Welcome back, guys. This is part 3 of pitching. Okay, the Academy is presenting you a lot of detail. Okay, and I apologize within part 2 because I said that I was going to be doing the backing up of the bases, and the video went a little bit longer. I mean, that's no surprise to me. I tend to over deliver, and so I'm just going to cover it here along with grips. So that's going to be the first two things we're doing. This one's going to be a little bit quicker. Okay, we're going to discuss tempo. I'm going to show you a video, and then we're pretty much going to be done. Okay. So first thing with backing up bases, first off, it's super important. To prevent like we mentioned, the freebie board, then moving up an extra 90 feet because you weren't there to back it up. Also, you get lazy on it one time, it can lead to a bad outcome or an injury. In my case, I'll tell you what, it was an injury, as you heard throughout some of these courses. Maybe almost every single video I mentioned that somehow that I tore my ACL, or I'm just trying to take it a little bit easier so I don't buckle my knee up. But that's how it happened, was because I got lazy, not backing up third base, ball looked away, the runner was trying to go. I saw the ball, saw the runner, and I tried to go make a play real quick, and tried to pick it up, and I was in between either sliding and popping up, or just kind of catching it on the outside part of my foot, angling and making that throw home. But me being indecisive right there is what led to my knee buckling out on me, hearing two pops, and me not being able to play the rest of that season. And I may not play this season as well because of it until I get surgery. So you need to make sure when you make a decision, you make it 100%. So anyway, let's go into backing up the bases. I got the diagram here. Let me move this over for you. Let me get it blown up. Not away. I want it blown up. Okay. So we all should be seeing this right now. Okay, you got left field over here. So picture nobody on, nobody out, or just nobody on. Guy hits a single. Okay, he grounds. But right here, let's say the right fielder bobbled it. Now he has a chance to take second base. If it's a bad throw and he rushes it, pitcher, we should be right around here, backing up, or right in this area right here. Okay. Center field, easy. Single up in there. You pretty much don't have to leave home. It's simple. Guy with left field, backing up here. Okay, so more important, so single doubles, if the play is there, that's kind of where you would angle yourself, kind of back up second base. Now if it's a potential triple, you want to, no matter what, even if he hits, if it's going to be a potential triple, first off, you want to come here, set up here, read it. Okay? See, that's a potential triple. And if you see that he's going to stretch it in a triple, we want to be back up against the fence, facing it right over here. Okay? So say there's a guy out first, the guy hits a double, potentially going to be here. Say he has a chance to go home. Okay? So same thing, you're going to line yourself up here, and you're going to read it. Okay, once you read it, that's where you're going to take your angle. You're going to come this way and back up home. So if the throw's coming from here, we're going to back up home over in this direction toward the third base line. The throw's coming from left, we're going to be more toward the first base line, center field, directly behind. Okay? Simple. Okay? So now with the guy on second, single happens, you're automatically going up and backing up home. Okay? So if it's hit the center, you're going to be directly behind the catcher in center field. Right field, you're going to be on the third base line, backing up the angle. Okay, same thing. Alright? So if you're backing up third and the throw is coming from left field or center field from like this area, you're going to back up kind of at the angle that he's throwing it. Okay? Backing it up. If it's coming from right field or right center, then we're going to be more directly behind third base. Okay? But in order to read it, the big key is come right here, read it, look at it. Once you see what the runner's doing, you make a decision which base you're going to go back up. Okay, so that was pretty simple. You know, I'm sorry I forgot to do that. Okay, so let's exit out of that, and let me just pause real quick so I can get everything else set up. Sorry about that. So my baseball kind of like fell out and I couldn't find it, so finally found it, and some grips. So on your couch and experiment with it. I mean, you can easily look up the grips. I mean, I used to do that all the time. You know, kind of experiment, look up videos. Okay. One pitch before I was going to implement it this year, I was going to try it out. Was the one seam sinker. Okay. It was kind of come right here. Alright. Relax the thumb, and then what you want to do was really pull it down, get on the side right there. Okay? But let's just go over some basics. Okay? This is your four-seam fastball right here. Okay? You'd be on this side. Okay? Thumb on the other side. Okay, this is your straight, most controlled pitch. Okay? Easy. Sometimes you can get some run on it too. Every now and then my four-seam ran as well. There's no need for my two-seam, so I just ran four-seam. Figure out what it's doing out there. Two-seam fastball. Right there. Thumb on the bottom, right here. Okay. And then you just throw it. And a lot of these pitches you want to create more backspin. And I found out the more spin that you can create is because of your wrist pad. Your wrist being flexible. Okay? And then when you finish, and it comes out, because you want it coming off on these two fingers. Okay, here. And then you get underneath it to create that spin, and then you get that wrist flip. Okay? Create that spin, which creates that run. Alright? Where I found that really worked was your changeup. Okay? I was always a circle guy. On a four-seam grip. Okay? So I could have control of it. Four-seam guy, I put it right in my fingertips. Okay, some guys like it deep in the hand. The changeup is the most trickiest pitch. You gotta experiment with every single grip to figure out which one is gonna work best for you. I always like the circle. Then I started putting it in my fingertips, and I really got this thing really quite, because I would throw it as hard as I can. And that's the thing about your off speed. It's fastball intense. So you put the grip on it, you're throwing a fastball. Okay? This is going to help disguise the spin on it, and it's going to help create the spin, make the spin faster and get you better movement on it, late movement. Okay, it's going to deceive the hitters better. So with that, I really just fired it exactly like my fastball. Really got the wrist on it, kept these three fingers on it, and snapped it down. And I mean, it looked like a split finger. So other grips that you can use on the changeup, you can go two-seam, okay, with three fingers. You can go a circle on the two-seam, okay. Even with the two-seam, you could bring it up here if you feel more control, okay. It's all feel, okay. Changeup is feel, all right. So, curveball, 12-6, just find like the top logo, and then you put 2 fingers right above there, okay, and then thumb, you can bring it right on this seam underneath, and then when you throw it, I was always taught to throw it like a football, okay, so like a quarterback would throw a football, to get it to come out, okay, you want it to come out, you want it here, like a 12-6, okay, and then you want to have it come out over top of these fingers here. Get that good follow through, that good extension out, get that drop. Okay, that kind of creates more of a 12-6. I mean, it could create that sweeping breaking ball. A lot of the sweeping breaking balls, you're going to be up here, right on the side. I found out that I threw more of a slider from here, so for me, I just gripped it here, relaxed my thumb underneath on this seam, gripped it here. This finger was up, okay, relaxed, because if it was too tight here, I wasn't getting the spin and the movement that I wanted, okay. So I brought that finger up just so it could roll out, so it could roll over top, okay, throwing it like a football, finishing through, throwing it exactly and as hard as my fastball, okay, that's what created the movement. And the key is you really want to get it out in front. And with all your pitches, all your off-speed pitches, you want to get out front. Okay. Let's see. You got knuckleball. I mean, you go 4-finger. For me, with small hands, 4-finger was probably the best. You always got 2-finger stab it in. Also, curveball. You could do the knuckle. Okay. You could always experiment and do the Vulcan. So you do this, the Vulcan changeup. Okay, grip it just like that or force in, doesn't matter. It's up to you. Call this is the spike curveball. Okay, some guys like it, some guys don't. Me personally, I didn't like it. Let's see, split finger. You're gonna split the fingers on the outside part. Okay, kind of the same thing with the changeup. You're pulling it down, okay, and then at the end, once it releases out, pull that wrist foot down, and then finish. Knuckle, I mean, we went over knuckle. You got the cutter. One way that I was taught to throw it, which one of our starters at BW threw it very well, and he was able to manipulate the movement on it. If you wanted to move more or move less. Whereas here, and then it was all about the wrist rotation, okay? Okay, throwing it across the body. The key is with the cutter, you really want to, I used to like coming up top, so a little bit higher than the slider. Okay, the slider is more down here. Okay, I went higher up on the cutter. Okay, this thumb is always on this seam. Okay, you really want to press on it. Okay, and the thing that makes the cutter so effective is that it'll move by an inch, but it's super light, and that could be the difference of hitting that barrel or hitting it right off the end of the bat. And it's so deceptive to hitters that a lot of times it either breaks the barrel or the barrel goes flying. I'm talking about wood leads. I was mostly on wood leads. Because the hair off the end of the bat. But you want to choke it. Okay, you throw it like the football, but you really pull it down. Okay, throw it downhill. The cutter is an awesome pitch that way. Any other pitches that I can think of? You got the split finger, palm ball. Put your entire hand on it. Okay, throw it exactly like your changeup. Okay, fingers, you let your fingers in the grip and the different arm positioning do the work. Okay, but you're throwing a fastball. Okay, that is your key. If I think of any more, if you have any questions on certain ones, I can always give a quick little answer. If I don't know the answer, I'll do some research. I'll look it up. I love looking this stuff up, so I will do that. Okay, so let's go into tempo. This is what this lesson was all about, but I had to make that up, and I did that in the first 15 minutes. Majority of this lesson, I'm going to give you the key pointers to look at, and then I'm going to show you the video. Okay? I use Trevor Bauer. Yeah, I know the controversy behind him. I know. But you can't really deny that he did things wrong within the game when he played. Okay, does that make sense? So I'm pointing out the things that he did well in the game that you can learn from and take from. Okay, I'm not suggesting you go out and do what he did off field, or if he did it or didn't do it. I don't know. Personally, I don't care. I want to teach you the tempo. Okay. I watched him for years being a Cleveland Indians fan. And I mean, he's just one quick tempo guy. Everything is the same speed. I mean, he was amazing the progress that he made. Okay, and then eventually won a Cy Young. And that's through his hard work. And I mean, you can't deny the hard work that he put into this game. Is he a fiery, temporary dude? Yes, 100%. There's some things that struggle nuts about him. But so a few things that I want you to look at. Okay. When he receives the ball, he's receiving it in the dirt, or he's already backing up, going toward the mound, and then the ball's coming his way and he catches it. Okay. He trusts the catcher. Okay, for his pitch calls. So if you've got a good catcher that knows exactly what he's doing, what he's calling, just get the same gut. Okay, but if he's not on the same page with you, I mean, if you need to shake off and whatever, definitely do that. It's your ERA, not his. Throwing a pitch within a 15-second window. Okay, this frustrates the hitter. Okay, because you're not giving their brain enough time to process what they just saw. Okay. You throw it in the same pitch, same spot within that same time frame, within that 15 seconds, you're most likely going to get the same result. Alright, so you want to think about it like a 15-second window when throwing a pitch after getting a swing and miss. He works fast, but his mechanics stay the same. Okay? So if you're going to work fast and you're going to work faster, you're going to need to practice it. Every bullpen session, you need to make yourself work faster so you can get your release point down while you do that. Okay? And the whole key is having your legs and your upper body timing exactly the same. Alright? And then, like I mentioned, after a swing and miss, you and your catcher need to be on the same page. There's no sign. You're throwing the same pitch in the same exact spot, because you're probably going to get the same exact result. If he takes it because he didn't know what was going on, and you know, if it was a ball that he swung and missed at, then he's going to have a ball. But guess what? You just tried to take advantage of him, and you probably got him a little bit more frustrated because he couldn't process exactly what happened. Alright? And then look at his body language after he makes his pitches. I mean, at times Trevor Bauer did have, let's say, poor body language, especially with umpires. Not scared to say what was on his mind. But when things are going well, look at what his body language is doing. Okay? After he makes a pitch. He can make a poor pitch, but if he's doing any kind of body antics, it's toward himself. It's not toward anybody else. Never show up the umpire. Okay? Even if they blew a call it a ball, don't show him up, and keep your body the same. So let's go into the video here real quick. Okay, so he's just going through his routine. This is kind of what I'm talking about with the how bullpen guys should warm up, is doing what he just did. Notice the movement. You see how he's already moving back when he's receiving that ball. He's never going out into the grass to receive the ball because that wastes time. Even if you're not a fast worker, you can still improve your tempo by where you receive the ball back from the catcher. You see, every pitch, he's never turning his back to the catcher, and he's starting his walk back up to the mound. Oh, and this is Trevor Bauer, and I'm not going. He went to UCLA. See, that might have been a bad call.
Hardware store or whatever.
And the guy on base. What's your airmail that one? Notice his time to home. I mean, his mechanics are still the same. He never uses the slide step. And right there, it's very tempting to go up into the grass. He never left the dirt. He's back up on the rubber receiving that ball. See, he thought he got a strike right there, but then he kept everything the same, went back, refocused on the next pitch. The biggest thing I want you to take away from Temple is that he never leaves the dirt, and that he is receiving the ball back from the catcher either on the rubber or in the dirt. If he's still in the dirt and the ball is being received back, he's already backpedaling and going toward the rubber to get back on the rubber to make his next pitch. Okay, that's going to eliminate probably about 3-5 seconds just by doing that. If you catch it up in the grass, up here, I mean, it's going to take about 4 or 5 seconds. Now you only got about 10 seconds to make your pitch. And then say you're out of the stretch and you got to mix your looks. And now you just wasted all your time to make a good pitch. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up now. Tempo is super important. Okay, you don't need to speed up your mechanics to be faster. Okay, to work faster and to confuse and work the hitter. Okay, you want to keep everything the same mechanically. Okay, you're not speeding up your mechanics. You're speeding up different things. One thing was receiving the ball in the dirt. Trevor Bauer, the one thing that I loved is that he always was backpedaling and going to the rubber when receiving the ball. Okay. If he threw a ball, he could care less. I mean, he cared, but I mean, he was focused. He refocused on the very next pitch. Okay, that pitch didn't matter at all. So I mean, that's the biggest thing to speed up your tempo. And get you within that 15-second window. Because I mean, the one thing that I want all pitchers to do, whether I'm training you or even if I'm facing you, I want you to frustrate the hitters. Okay? I may not like this, coach, because if my hitters aren't making the adjustment, then yeah, that gets frustrating. But I want you to play those games with the hitters. So go on and read the picture the quote that I left about Greg Maddux. Okay, all three parts. Okay, he sums it up perfectly. Like your job is to mix all your pitches. Okay, without being able to do all that, change your timing, change your tempo. Okay, we'll kind of get the gist of it. Then you're not really being a pitcher. Okay, pitching is doing all those little mind tricks, those mixing your pitches, mixing your looks. Okay, a thrower is just throwing. Okay, he's getting away with just throwing fast, throwing hard, and we want to get away from that. Velo's awesome, but it's pretty pointless if you can't. One, if you can't throw a strike out of it, your command is poor. Two, eyes adjust. Make adjustment. Maybe not at the high school level, but once you start getting the pro, once you get in the college ball, eyes adjust. It gets easier for them to start seeing it. Okay, that's why you need to start mixing your pitches. And three, losing my mind right now. But three, if you don't have anything outside of a fastball, it's pretty much pointless. And four, create movement. Movement is what's going to get the hitters out. It's not velocity. Okay, so get it out of your mind that, hey, I need to throw harder. My coach wants me to throw harder. Okay, work on it. Throw your long toss. Okay, if you want to do weighted balls, go ahead and do weighted balls. Okay, I provided you with a program that's safe and easy to do. It's one way to do it. Get stronger in the weight room. Get more flexible. Okay, there's different ways to get your velocity up. Don't just focus straight up on velocity, because that's what you're going to be focused on. That's one thing that drives me nuts, because it's taking away from the actual pitching side. Because we just want to see a number. We want to see that result. I want to see outs. I don't want to see 98, but you're not getting outs. I want to see 90, you're not getting outs if you're 16. I want to see you getting outs. So if you're throwing 70 miles per hour, you're probably going to be pitching over the 90 mile per hour guy anyway. Alright? Me as a coach, I care less how hard you throw. As long as you're throwing strikes, you're working good tempo, and you're getting outs. Okay, that is your job. Alright, so that is the conclusion to this video. I know the first one ran over a little bit, so that Trevor Bauer video is posted in the members area. So if you want to go watch the entire thing, you don't have to. Go ahead and do it. Make sure you are doing your homework. And in the next 5 days, I'll be opening up with some infield work. Okay? Going to go over infield. We're going to do the same exact thing. In the prime pack, breaking down more videos than showing. The starter pack, I'll do a little bit of showing. Okay? Thank you. Stay tuned. If you got questions, ask me in the Facebook group, and I'll get to you, because there may be things that I missed and that I wanted to cover, and I may have just forgot. Okay? So make sure you go on, you ask those questions, and I'll do my best to get those answers to you as soon as I can. Okay? Bye for now.